everyone, this is Katie the Novel Stitcher. It is Saturday, March 2nd, and this is a Flosstube Extra. I'm coming to you on a very gray, rainy, cold Saturday here in Pennsylvania to see if you want to join me in a virtual stitchy book club. Ever since I started my channel, I had thought about doing something to bring stitching and books even closer together and had thought a book club would be fun, but I never got the energy to get it off the ground. But it's something that I really want to do, and I want to see if you want to join in. And so I'm going to kind of go through how I see this kind of looking and how it could work, and I'd love your feedback, any suggestions or ideas. Of course, I want to know if you're interested to see if it's worth me putting in some of the time to get this rolling. So please let me know if you're interested and let me know what you think of kind of the format of this book club. So I think I might call it Stitching and Reading, or Stitching. If you have a good name for this book club, let me know. Stitches and Pages, I think is what I was thinking. Stitches and Pages, which I think could be cute. And basically we would all kind of vote on or pick a book to read together. I would probably have you actually in this video, if you are interested, let me know if you have suggestions for a book you would want to read with a book club. And then in my Flosstube videos, I'll probably list off 2 or 3 possibilities, have you vote in the comments, and then whichever one gets the most votes is the book we would pick. And so we would all read the book together over a 2-month period. I think 1 month is just not enough time for me always to read a book. I'm sure it's the same for a lot of you. Life gets busy. A month seems like a lot of time, and then it goes by so fast. So I thought 2 months might be a little bit more doable for everyone, including me, because if I'm going to host a book club, I have to make sure I read the book. So we would have 2 months to read the book, and what we would do is we would start the book and we would start a new stitching project. And so you could pick whatever you want. At first I was thinking, would we all want to make sure we're stitching something in theme with the book? I think that might not always be doable. You might not know exactly what the book is going to kind of be about just from the title and the blurb, and you might not be able to even find something that you think really matches with the book. So I thought we could just start a new book and start a new project. But if you aren't doing a lot of new starts, you could always just stitch on a whip, and you could stitch on like your oldest whip, like picking your oldest book off the bookshelf to read, or a whip you really love, so it's like a reread of a book, something like that. So you would just start the book with us and pick a project to start, or pick a whip and stitch on it. And for those 2 months, we would work through our project and work through our book. We could share progress on Instagram. We could create a hashtag. You could send me photos of what you're stitching and how you're liking the book, and I could share them here. We could find ways to make it kind of interactive during those 2 months. And then at the end of the 2 months, we would have some sort of virtual get-together. That could look one of 2 ways. We could do a Zoom if everyone feels comfortable with Zoom and you don't mind being like on camera and meeting new people and in a Zoom room. I would probably collect email addresses and send out the link that way. I think that's the easiest way to like remind people and make sure you have the link easily accessible. So you'd have to be willing to share your email address, but I would only use it to send out the link. I would never contact you for anything else. And then we could do a Zoom, and we could sit and stitch and chat about the book and share our feelings on it and show off our stitching. Or I could go on YouTube and do a YouTube Live. So you could all watch me. I would be stitching and chatting about the book. You could put things in the comments, and I could share them, and you could interact with each other in the comments, and we could do it that way. If you're more comfortable just being able to sit back off camera, watch a YouTube Live and hear about my thoughts and put some comments in the chat. So you can let me know kind of how you're most comfortable interacting and what you think would make the most sense for a get-together at the end of the 2 months. But I think this could be really fun. I'm sure there's other ideas out there, so you can let me know. I want to make it pretty easy, low stress for everyone. 2 months I think is a good amount of time. The stitching part can just be enjoyable, start something new or stitch what you want. And it would just be a project that you could think back that you worked on or started while you read this book, and you could share your progress, and we could all kind of see what everyone chose to stitch on. And if you want to theme it to the book, you could. Maybe I would try if I have something that I've wanted to start that would fit with the theme of the book. That could be fun. I do want to make sure we read all kinds of different genres, so I would make sure that we're kind of switching things up there, as well as authors of different backgrounds, and be reading diversely is important to me, and I think it opens a whole lot of different options when you do that, and opens you up to new authors and new kind of books. So let me know what you think. Would you want to join in? Would you start something new, or do you want to make it more working on whips? And what kind of books do you like to read? Do you have any suggestions? Because I think if people are interested and I get enough people wanting to join in, probably have you all recommend books today in this video, and then announce the possibilities in my video next week, and then maybe do another little Flosstube Extra just to announce the book to give everybody enough time to go out and get the book that we're going to read. And then we would kick it off April 1st, and then we would meet at the end of May. And I think that would also give you time to, if you don't pick up the book in the first couple weeks of April, you have all the way till the end of May to get a copy of it and to get reading. And you could still join in on the Flosstube Live or the Zoom or whatever we decide to read. Even if you don't finish the book, you'll just know that you might end up hearing some spoilers. But, you know, I don't want anyone to feel excluded or like they can't participate, so everybody's welcome. And I think it could be just another way for us all to interact and share our stitching and share our love of reading. And if you're not in a book club like me, it could be a chance to be in a book club with some other people. So let me know if you're interested. Let me know what you think of 2 months, a new start and a new read, and if Stitches and Pages is something you want to join in on. So I hope to see you all next week for a normal Flosstube, and hopefully if I get enough interest, then I'll be fully officially launching this in my Flosstube next week. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend or a wonderful week whenever you're watching this, and happy stitching and happy reading.